You, Jenny?
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I live in Wisconsin outside of the Milwaukee area and um I live with my partner. We purchased a house and have been remodeling it and yeah, so I'm not originally from this area, so I'm trying to like get into the community more and see how I can connect with more people because I mean there's a lot of health conscious people, not so much as like California and other places and like Colorado. It's very like I like my cheese and meat and stuff, but there is a tremendous opportunity for growth because so many people are suffering in their health because of, all these things that we're told are good for us. So I'm really excited to connect with more people who are passionate about health and want to share these things as well. And I'm working towards diamond. I have like my little diamond earrings.
Yeah, look
That's
at
like
that.
my intention out there to, that I'm building towards this. So I just signed on a brand partner last week. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, to support her towards her goals and her dreams. And she's super into regenerative health too. She actually, when I met her, she was doing a Dr. Morse protocol. So I was just, it's such a blessing to be friends with her and to, be on this journey with her. So yeah, I'm just really excited and getting out there, meeting new people. I really want to get into like more events and stuff. So yeah. And
Yay.
are you from like the upper northwest area or northeast? It sounds like it in your. I'm originally from Green Bay, so it's more like mid Wisconsin, almost northern Wisconsin. So yeah, I've
Okay.
been told it a lot. It's like
Yeah, I'm like I hear something in that
almost
voice of yours. Yeah,
Canadian.
yeah, exactly. I work with somebody from she's from Rylander and her daughter lives near Rylander. You have any hodags around you?
Yeah. I
Yes.
definitely know about Hodag.
Yep, yep.
Hmm.
Yep, she has it on her desk. I'll send you a picture sometime of her hoodie.
That's so
Uh,
funny. Yeah, I have cousins who live in the UP and they have an even thicker accent than me. And it's so funny because I never realized that before until like I watched a video of them and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's like Canadian.
Yep.
Yay. Aw, love it. And both you ladies are going to be on the retreat, so that you'll get to meet each
Yes.
other in
Oh,
person.
good. Oh,
Yeah.
yay. Oh, that's right. That is coming up. I forget to get excited about that.
Yes. And that's also a really great thing that you ladies can keep sharing and inviting, you know, people. Like I have a couple that are just about to sign up. They're going to start as customers and then like really get themselves set up for their launch and they're kind of reaching out to people. Um, but they're going to hop on the retreat and as well. So, just connecting with people about the business retreat too is a great thing to be sharing.
Yeah.
So
I
you
wanted to
so
post a reel today about that.
Yes.
so you don't have to be a brand partner to be at the retreat?
You do, but it could also be a curiosity post of like, hey, my community and I are
Oh,
hosting, I'm going and attending an amazing retreat with my community. I'm really excited about it for XYZ. So it's just sort of a curiosity post. And then people have been coming to me being like, hey, I want to learn more about that retreat. And they're not brand partners, but we'll hop on a 15-minute call and learn about them and see like what their goals are and see if this community and business is a good fit for them.
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more of
Yeah.
like a business forward post.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes. And any other wins that you ladies want to share and celebrate?
Mm. Definitely the brand partner thing. Yeah, I've been putting it out there for a long time and just connecting with more people who are on on that same level. It's a totally different experience to be like convincing people of why they need this, and people are just like, yeah, I need that.
Hmm. Yeah, and even I like to, I guess, not even having to convince people.
Right? Like,
Yeah,
I
right.
don't
That's
want
weird.
to convince people.
No, yeah, more
Yeah,
so just listening and asking questions and building rapport
yeah,
and meeting people and their needs and helping them really is all we're doing.
yeah.
The better listeners that we can be, the more help and service that we can provide. So, and
Mhm.
leaning on those three-way calls is so great to learn that skill too, of just bringing people who are potentially interested in health or business and connecting them to, a mentor so that you can listen and learn all the questions we ask.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm definitely moved by that, and I feel like it's helping me better in my business and as a coach
Mm,
to build rapport, and I'm having a lot of conversation. Like everybody I talk to knows what I'm up to,
yes.
and even if I just mention a little bit of it, and the rest is just friend time and just communicating
Yes.
with them. Yeah, I've had some really successful conversations
I
too around it.
I agree. And even in social settings, when people are interested, I'll often say, like, let's focus on friend time and social setting, and I'll follow up with you on Monday
Right,
and send you some information. So that's a
right,
great way as well to like really focus on the relationship. And
right.
it's really cool. I just had two friends that I deeply adore. They were on my very first list 3 years ago when I filled out like, my monthly vision board. And I was like, I would love to be brand partners with them. And it just wasn't the right time. I reached out and connected in, and they were doing their own thing. And then recently, they've just been watching me and following my journey over the last 3 years. And they actually know multiple crowns in the company and are following multiple people's journey. But because we've kept that rapport and that friendship, and they said, I liked how you were never pushy. I liked how you were never salesy. You were just sharing what you were up to. And so they thought of me when they were ready to build their business. So
I
uh,
love that.
I know, and that's that power of that intention. And I kept thinking of them the last few weeks. They were on my mind consistently. And so anytime that's happening, write them down because it's happening for a reason. And they actually
Yeah,
reached out to me, and were like,
yeah,
hey. And they have really, big, beautiful goals, and it's going to be so powerful for their own healing journey and for their family, and then their larger vision and business. So, just that authentic sharing from your heart goes so far. You
yeah.
don't know when it will show up, but it's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I
I've
want
had a few
to,
callbacks. Yeah, I've had a few callbacks too recently. So I'm like, phew,
Yeah.
okay.
And it does take
yeah.
7 to 10 exposures. So writing down on your list, whatever you use, whether it's a journal, whether it's HubSpot, whatever gets you organized. HubSpot is free, but it just shows you like follow up with this person in 3 days, or here's all your follow-ups per day. So whatever gets you organized, but doing those multiple touch-ins, people think of it.
Hub stop. Huh? Maybe I should check that out. I mean,
HubSpot,
I have,
it's like it's a CRM, and it is free. And it's kind of like fancy and all these buttons, but the only thing that I use on it is putting my contacts in and the date that I'm going to follow up with them. And then you have that ongoing list. And it takes just like 5 minutes to set up. And
is
again,
it an app? Is it an app or?
yeah, you can download it as an app. It's on the computer, and there is a free version, which is all you need.
Okay.
Mhm. But that's a great, easy, efficient way to stay connected to people. Some people are kinesthetic, they like to write it. Some people like to have it just all in one place to keep it really organized.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out something that works for me. So
Mhm.
I'll check that out too.
Yeah, check it out. It's awesome. And then what were some of your takeaways from the customer service call with Leslie? Did everybody find that in the app or in the boards?
I don't think I did. I don't know if I know what you
Okay.
guys are talking about. I think I left that call early and maybe I didn't get to listen to the rest of it.
Hmm. Yay. So just so you
I
know,
listened to it. Yeah,
what were some of
it
your
was pretty
takeaways,
dynamic.
Julie?
And hi, Shannon, by the way.
Hi,
I know you're
Shannon.
driving. Hello. Um,
Hey, sorry,
oh my,
I substitute teach and I had to do a training this morning, so it ran over a little bit, but I'm
No
here.
worries. Welcome. Good to have you, honey.
Welcome.
um, it was pretty exciting, honestly. It was like, wow, the way it was delivered and the excitement around it. It really the main thing that I take away is just connecting in with your clients, especially those customers who have just bought their ULT or maybe even their daily core 4 or any of the products for
Mhm.
that matter, and checking in with them on day 3, on day 5, and on day 10, and just continuing to build that rapport, answering their questions, and just doing. They give a lot of protocol on, and it's in the boards on how to set up that conversation first by like sending an actual voicemail to them to set up the call, and then have that really brief contact, and then remind yourself to do that again and then the next 2 3 days, and then again the follow-up, and just that constant, like, you're here for them, so we are actually being coaches.
Mhm.
you know
Yes.
and I'm like wrapping my head around it, going, I don't know how I can do this, but I know I can. I don't know if I can do that many days, but I can definitely do the check-ins when I can.
Yes.
But it gives you all of the tools to convey your interest in what they're doing, and then help you to, like, whatever health problem they're having, you can, like, direct them to
Mhm.
the next thing they can do.
Yes. Yay. Thank you, Julie. That was a perfect summary. Yeah, perfect. And also, what's so beautiful about it, because it does sound like kind of some bigger time investment in the beginning, but remembering that these are like 5-10 minute calls, very brief check-ins. But what that can turn into, if you're doing that consistently over time with all of your customers, is they're your best referral source. So they're sending you new clients and new referrals. And I know Leslie, her business was 70% was based on those customer referrals, coming in from people she didn't even know. And that was from the good customer service. So, Jenny, the place that you find that is in your Purium boards under next steps. And there it is, CSP. And the first PDF is like the training PDF that teaches you, the voice message. And then the second PDF is the actual worksheet of what you're talking to your clients with over the phone. So very duplicatable. We can all do this. And the more that we practice it, the better that you're also going to get at it. So, and then of course, we do have our Wednesday weekly calls for all of our customers, um, which is also in our team boards. So letting people know that that's a resource. Yeah. So, like, if you are busy, but those little personal touch-ins are what's gonna actually save you a lot of time in the long run, and help more people.
For sure. And then what do you do after the 30 days? Just
Yep.
check in with them once a month?
Exactly. And that's in there. You check in with them once a month, and then, this helps them to make sure they get set up on their smart order and then their next steps, and how to help them in the future. Yeah.
That's the lifestyle change, right? That's the thing that I'm really letting people know. Like, we're definitely having a different. I mean, this is the Purium meets the moment. That's another big thing last week that I got. Purium meets the moment. And everybody I talk to is concerned about the welfare of our nation, the welfare of health, the state of health right now, and then COVID. And I just got over COVID and I'm still using VirusSure and Zincade. And I keep telling people, you're not getting the best results from isolates. And this is pure food. And they're like, oh, I need pure food. Oh, I see what you're saying. And it's so funny because some people are kind of, and coffee, another one I'm trying to like explain, coffee has this, can really interfere with our gut health and people are struggling with mental health and it's because they're on all these, I like my ex-husband, coffee and then weed, coffee, weed. And I'm like, where's the food? And the
Hmm.
person I was just dating, he's doing all kinds of substances. And it's like, that's why I feel the breakdown happened because who am I actually dealing with?
Yeah.
Where's the actual person? And that's really coming into me to be able to like understand how to describe how to describe what is actually necessary to have a high functioning, you know,
Mhm.
day, a high functioning person.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. And even sharing, our own stories of like, here's what I notice when I eat this way, and here's what I notice when I add this in, and the differences that I feel. Exactly. Thanks, Julie. I love that. And the meet the moment. Yeah. Did anybody want to share on that or learn more about that?
Is that in boards too? Do they have stuff?
Yeah. And so if you go to ishareperium.com, what's important now, they have everything highlighted of what's going on. So, like, if you missed that August kickoff call, definitely take a look at it. It's there. The new CRP is there, and then the PHP moments. But it's exactly what Julie was sharing. Like, we're faced with so many struggles right now, from pandemic to gas prices to inflation. And so just sharing your own story of how you're meeting this moment and the solutions that you're finding and how you're um, meeting those challenges and navigating them in your health and in your business. So, and that can be like the location freedom, that can be, access to nutrient dense foods. It's really just looking at some of these struggles that we're facing. So, yeah, that is all in
I've
there.
had problems
Go ahead.
trying to figure out what to do for that. And she suggested going and doing the hashtag and looking at what other people have done.
Yes. Yeah, that's great. So, PHP moments, check out that hashtag.
Is there a I may have missed it. Is there a challenge for the PHP moments? Did
Mhm.
I? Oh, maybe I'm forgetting that. There's so many different challenges. I'm like, which ones are there?
There is right now. So we have a few challenges going. We have the Widen Your Reach, which is back for all brand partners, which is huge. So helping your brand partners to do that and just doing 3 videos a week. Again, just sharing your story and documenting your process, documenting making your shake, documenting your location freedom. I made a shake with Faya the other day, and so it's fun and it's creating curiosity. And they're just literally, that's the point, is to create curiosity. And then the PHP moments is doing an actual post with a picture with the PHP moments with a text or a caption. And I'm actually going to post mine tomorrow. I have it all written up, but mine is just sharing authentically from my heart of being able to go camping with my nephews and being able to have this location independence, and work in alignment with my values and how important that is to me and how I was looking for a solution for that. And now I'm living it. So, yeah, just something that's authentic to you, that really speaks to you, or that really speaks to some of the challenges that people are facing today. And they're going to do a drawing where you can win 500 free points for that. And they're going to pick multiple winners. And that closes on the 19th.
I guess I forgot about that one. Ugh. I had kind of an interesting week last week, so
Oh,
you know how growth is.
I do. It's exactly how it is. It's never comfortable. I can assure I can assure that. But that's okay. Um, and then I guess the other thing that they have going on is the director drive. So that's really the reason that they're encouraging that is because that's what helps you to grow your business is helping new directors and new fast start directors get going. So Jenny, with your new brand partners, this is a great way to check in with them and see what their personal goals are and then support them in that. Um, and then, setting people up for success for that before enrollment. So before a brand partner enrolls, getting them on a call with your mentor, and getting them set up for success. And even attending some of the calls and all of that stuff, getting into the schedule before they enroll is great because it's just gonna, however much we can set them up for success before enrollment is gonna make it much smoother after. And I really do love pre-enrollment, setting them up with like, let's do a launch call, 5 days into your enrollment. And that will just be you sharing your health story and why you're excited to be here. And then we'll come on and share our stories. So just letting them know how supported they are.
I did it all backwards with my brand partner.
That's okay.
But one of my wins is that she's gonna come over to my house tomorrow night, and we're going to she's gonna spend the night because she's actually working in the office that I'm working in right now, and she
Oh,
lives a little bit of a distance. So I was like, why don't you come over and we'll just like practice all this on the computer, and I'll show you how to set up,
yes.
your customers. And so we're gonna just have like a little party, her and I, and
Oh,
so
I
it's
love
a post
that.
enrollment party for her. That's what I'll
Perfect.
call it.
I mean, this is all about learning. This is all about community and conversation, and you truly learn as you go in this business.
So true.
Um, and there's not one specific way per person. Each brand partner enrollment is going to look slightly different, right? Because we all have different personalities and different schedules.
Every customer is different too.
Exactly. Every customer is different. And then we still have the UBT accelerator for this month as well. So continuing to really just be of service, keep filling the funnel. That's how you hit UBT is really filling that funnel and hopping on those, 10-minute calls, seeing if you can get somebody on a phone call and off of the text message. Do you have 5 minutes? Do you have 10 minutes just to drop in? And in that time, you're listening to their needs and what their goals are. Yeah. And Shannon, I know you just went off video, but did you have anything you wanted to share or any wins? I know you've been having some wins too. And if you can,
Yeah, can you come back to me?
yes, for sure. Um, and the other thing we have going is our widen your reach customer referrals. So that's a great one. Again, when you're doing your follow-ups with your customers and your reach outs, the scripts that Leslie gave are so brilliant because it's planting the seeds, to get to the point of customer referrals as well. But people that have had great experiences, just ask them, if they would mind doing a post sharing their experience, or even just doing a screenshot that you can give them of the power shake, a scoop post, and just sharing why they're doing it or the results that they've gotten. And then you help to follow up with all of the comments that are in that post. And Leslie also, let me see in the board section under that customer service practice, she also has those kind of voicemail scripts in there, which is great.
For the referrals?
Yeah,
For
for the
the
referrals.
okay. Because I actually have a person who's interested in doing an interview with me on Facebook. I still have to set that up. Um,
Yeah.
But like I told you last week, she lost 18 pounds.
Yes, that is so
Yeah.
inspiring. So that's it. I mean, if we can just capture those stories and share those stories and lift them up in their success, then we can help more people. So we're just story
It's
sharers.
it's interesting how, and just like my brand partner, she lost 10 pounds, and her mom really likes the coffee proteins, and she's a diabetic, so she's really trying to get her mom on it. But
Mhm.
it's like interesting how we're customers and brand partners. Like we're all
Yeah,
customers trying
we
the
are.
product this product out as well, right? It's kind of interesting how
Yeah.
this works. It is
Yeah.
very different than other MLMs I've ever been in, you
Oh, that's
know,
awesome.
ever been in. It really is different. I wish I'm really trying to convey that to people to understand that it's a totally different business model than any other MLM you've ever been in, you
Yeah.
know.
Maybe think of 3 points that are differences, or maybe 3 struggles that you dealt with in past MLMs and ways that this is different for you. Like 3 bullet points of the kind of problem you faced and 3 bullet points of the solutions you found here.
I'm
No.
writing all this down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
You always meet us right where we're at, Rita.
Oh, thank you. It's fun. This is my favorite part. It all is, honestly. I love all of it, but the relationship piece is my favorite.
Okay. Sorry, I had been in a meeting for all morning, so
Hi.
needed relief. My eyeballs were floating. But anyway, yeah, so I got a ULT on Friday, and yay.
Yay.
Um, it was very exciting because it kind of came out of the blue, and it was from one of the people that actually put me on my mission's daughter. He has passed. It's my ex father-in-law's daughter. So and she just had been through a really hard time and had been watching me and reached out to me and was pretty adamant about me helping her. So that was really just a big win. And I think that's what you were talking about, Rita, because
Yeah.
I called, texted Rita, I said, "Oh, I have a win. I need to talk to you." So, and it just because of who it was and where it came from nowhere. So that was kind of cool. And you know how it uplifts you and makes you feel when that happens. So it's great to have someone to share that with. And just thanks so much to the community here, because you guys don't realize how much your support means. I mean, maybe you do, because maybe mean the same thing to you guys, but for me, it's just so huge. You're on my radar all the time. So
Mm.
thank you so much for your support, because it does mean a lot.
Yeah, I
That
believe
is
in
so great,
y'all so
Shannon. I'm
much.
so happy for you. That's encouraging because you have been out a lot, and now it encourages me to I keep saying, just keep being seen, just keep being seen. Thank you for that. I'm so excited for you.
I love
That's
that.
awesome. Yay.
Just keep going, just keep going. Yeah, congratulations, Shannon. And it's so true. I mean, if we just keep putting in the work, keep putting in the work, keep putting in the work. Somebody once referred to it as like a jet trying to take off of the runway. You have to go so fast and build so much momentum before you can actually get off the ground. And you'll know that point as that momentum starts to hit, it starts to snowball, in different ways. And the little mini wins, celebrating those is what generates the next little mini win and the next little mini win and the larger win. So, yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, I like how Abraham puts it. Like, if you're going, I don't know, from Arizona to, I don't know the area. You might know the one she says, but when you're going to Arizona to California, and you get to Yuma and you think, "Gosh, I haven't made it yet." You don't turn around and go back. Like, you still have to keep going to get to where you're going. You just expect it. And so it's the
Yes.
same thing with everything we do. We just forget that it's the journey that really makes the fruit at the end so powerful.
Mm-hmm,
It It's funny because I'm feeling like that nervousness just before the jet takes off. Like, oh my God, people are starting to really pay attention. What does this mean? I'm gonna be in the air soon. Ah! That's what I'm feeling right now. It's like I'm feeling a lot of that excitement, and it's so funny because when I was in JFK just a couple weeks ago, it took forever for the airplane to take off on the tarmac. We must have been on the tarmac 45 minutes to almost an hour, and the plane would move. And you're thinking, oh, is it going to go? And then it would move again, and it'd stop, and it'd move again, and go. And I'm like, this is driving me crazy. Just take off for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Like, because I anticipate that. Oh, we're gonna go fast, right? Because it's a pretty amazing, thrilling feeling, right? And so much can happen when you take off. Like, that is such an incredible moment. It's very important. I know aerodynamically that's a very important moment, and it's a moment. It's off the ground, right? And that's, I guess, what can happen to our business, right? In a moment, we're
Yes. Yes.
so I
And
feel that excitement right now. I'm like, oh God, here it
I
goes.
love
What's
that.
gonna happen?
Yes. It's
Can
so
I do this,
beautiful.
Rita? What happens to you?
You can, honey, and we're here for you every step of the way. You don't have to do it alone. And it's a great learning process, and it's just something to remember because I've even had multiple times throughout my business where you're just like at that moment where you're like, God, I just feel defeated or nothing's working. And then the next moment you'll get this huge win. And so it's always taught me to just keep going, just keep swimming, and not get attached, like Leslie Sand says, not get attached to the disappointments, not get attached to the wins, but to just keep going consistently. And through that, there's ups and there's downs, but you can also maintain a neutral mind throughout those ups and downs. Like you don't have to ride the roller coaster. And that's a training process. That's like a process of meditation and personal development. And just knowing that through your consistency, through your showing up authentically, through your putting in the work, it's going to seed and sprout, but like a fruit tree, you don't just plant it and the next day it's bearing fruit, or you don't plant your carrots and the next day there's carrots. There's a season to it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we,
Abraham says pet the cat.
oh, I like that.
Yeah, so I tell people that and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Just pet the cat." Like it's really soothing, right? You pet the cat likes it, you like it, you're in the present, you're enjoying the moment, and it makes you kind of remove yourself from all those doubts and worries and
Yes.
shoulds, that wonderful word shoulds and things like
Yeah.
that. Just pet the cat.
Just pet the cat. Yeah, I love that. And mine is get out in nature, jump in a cold body of water, or go play, or do something that aligns you with your joy and your expansion. Like getting into those expansive states is everything. And of course, part of the personal development, part of the healing that we do in our 30-day transformations is we have those bumpy moments where you're like in your healing journey, you're like, I'm not feeling so good, or in your business journey, wow, I'm really scared, or I have my doubts, and then you have your breakthrough. So just the journey, like reminding ourselves of the importance of like that shadow work, or facing the things that are hard for us and then moving through and having those celebrations. It's really the full experience of life. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like a
like you
guru.
said, oh, sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Like you were saying, like, go outside, go play, go jump in the water, whatever. Like really getting into your body when you're having those moments of being really in your head, because that, it definitely happens to me a lot. I don't know if anybody else, but just like drop everything and like go for a walk around the block or something. Like just get out of your head, get into your body. That's really helpful.
That's such a good mantra, like out of your head into your body, or out of your head into your heart, and remembering to operate your business from that place.
Mhm.
And exactly, how present can we be, and how can we re-tap into that joy when because the other thing that isn't always talked about is we're all collectively healing a lot of trauma individually and collectively. And anytime we experience that trauma, and it could be from early childhood memory that we don't even remember, we get into those fight and flight modes, you know? And so how can we resync up our whole brain? When we're in fight and flight, our brain is not connected to the left and the right. So walking, getting into that bilateral movement, something that someone taught me years ago is tracing like a figure eight with your nose and then tracing it back and just doing that back and forth, and it reconnects both hemispheres of the brain, which gets you out of that trauma response, but it's also reconnecting our brain, which is where we're going to have the most success.
That's really interesting. I've never heard that before, so now I'm gonna have to try
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, just tracing with your nose. It's really cool.
I'm like a little doggy. At like 4 o'clock, I start going, I need to go outside for a walk.
Me
I need to go
too.
outside for a walk. I have to do it now. I like absolutely have to. And
Yes.
I don't know if you saw my little dog here. She's staying with me right now. It's my actually she used to be my dog, but my daughter had to needed some time, and so yeah, I have my little bestie back, and she's like almost 20 years old. Can you believe that? She's doing
Oh,
so good. And
sweet.
there's a little doggy over
And
there,
there's some puppies.
Shannon. Look. Oh, yeah, there's cats
Yay.
and dogs. And they
Yeah,
so know when we need it, don't they?
they so
Yeah. 17 weeks old now. Patience is a virtue.
yes, it is. Yes, and try the Epigenius dogs and let us know how it goes. I've had amazing testimonials from brand
Oh
partners.
no, I'm using it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm using it. She had parasites really bad,
Mm.
and I didn't have epigenous dogs yet, so I got something from my holistic vet, and but I haven't been that happy with my holistic vet. I tried to talk to her about the epigenous dog. She's like, oh no, that they don't even have. They just have human products. I was like, no. And then I went back later. I was like, I just let you know I actually sell this product. Like I know what it does. And so she was like, oh, but she didn't want to have anything to do with it. And I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
she's a holistic vet. Like you think that she would
And
want to, but yeah, just completely. But it did affect it. Stunted her growth and things. The parasites did. Yeah.
yeah. And with your holistic vet, just never think of it as a no. Just think of it as a no for now because it's just one seed planted. And like I said, I have a couple of brand partners who were on my very first brand partner list who are joining, and they just ordered their products today. So, just keep loving on them, keep being a good friend, and being there, and then just showing the results and asking questions. Have you heard much about glyphosate? Do you know how it impacts our pups? May I send you some more information? Just being there as a friend too. So you just never know. But yeah, that's awesome that you're taking it.
I'm
That's
even giving it to my cats because
yeah.
just like a little bit, but yeah, my cat was sick for a while and they think it's like the herpes virus. It makes their immune system weak. Versus in humans, you get cold sores. So I was like, well, that sounds like a gut issue then. So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens with that. Hopefully it
I
helps
was
their little
wondering if I
bellies.
could give that to my cat. So you
You're just
can,
doing the
huh?
biome, right? It's just the biome, Jenny.
It's the Epigenus dogs.
Because
I
I think
just
they were talking about that it is formulated for dogs. So if you want to
it
just do the
is.
biome, it might be a better solution. I've been studying because I have a. Sorry, Julie, I'll let you go just a
Oh,
second.
no, no, I
But
want to find out. Just you're doing
yeah, I've
great.
been trying to figure out, and I mean, I have been coming up empty-handed a lot, but I did finally get some information, because I just kept delving. I was about to go to Dave, like
Mhm.
I just was like, they have this information if we have this product. it's important, but people were saying no, it is developed for dogs. But you can give just, and I was giving my dogs the biome before I got the dogs. So if you wanted just the biome, or maybe if you make a call in and ask, but I think some of those things are specifically designed for dogs in the epigenous dogs.
Yeah, I have the ingredients list pulled up. So it's velvet antler, green lipped mussel, turmeric, boswellia, you guys. That actually look it up and research it as far as Lyme goes. It's really powerful. It's one of the few things that really address that. The white willow bark addresses pain. The alfalfa, cats are always eating that. Same with the horsetail, same with the chlorella. I think it's specifically recommended for dogs, but I think you can do both. And there is an Ask Dave thing. So you can always do a question and ask Dave directly, and he will answer that question. So, um, yeah, that's great.
Well, my cat has a lot of issues with his mouth and what he can and can't eat. So, oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna try it.
I would try it and just see how it goes. I mean, yeah, and Jenny, let us know how it goes. And yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you trying to fix gut problems with your cat, or what's going on?
He was sick, and he was sick like a year ago from when I was away. We were out of town and he got sick again. So they think it's, from stress. So yeah, I'm curious. I just give them like a little eighth of a teaspoon because they don't really like the taste because they're cats and they're picky. So I'm curious, maybe the biomedic they would like a little more. So yeah, I'm just curious to see if it helps their health more overall. And yeah, I mean, all of our neighbors spray and stuff. So, our cats like to go outside in the grass and stuff. So I want to make sure that I'm helping give them the longest, happiest life that they can have.
I love that. Yeah, I give it a try, and we'll ask Dave too. Um, and then the other thing that's happening this month um, is the K Club. So Leslie, like last month, she did the special call for you people that hit UBT. This month it's just hitting K Club. And so also with that customer service, trying to have your own best month with your K Clubs, or trying to meet or match or exceed your best month with K Clubs is a great fun goal to have for this month. And I know we only have 10 minutes left, so I want to open it up to either questions or if anybody wants to do an RPM, because I know we haven't done that in a few weeks.
I did have a question. I have a customer who is having trouble canceling her smart order because apparently she has two accounts and she's been back and forth with Purium administration. I guess that's what you call it, the office or whatever. And she actually cuts my hair, so it's like she's kind of an important client.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of like not able to get her product and not able to cancel it.
Hmm.
And she can't go on and change things around, and they're not getting back to her. They keep telling her it's on their end, it's on the administrative end. So I don't know if we can talk about this later, Rita, but
Yeah, you can I can send in a Crown ticket and get it addressed. If it wasn't on
okay,
the administrative side, I would say see if she's comfortable getting the login and just helping her troubleshoot it. But if you send me a ticket or just send me a text with her customer number, and then I can send it in and we can get that addressed within a few days.
okay, awesome,
Hmm.
great,
Yeah.
thank you. I know I told her, I go, you need to tell me.
Yeah.
I can correct this for you. Don't just like
Yeah.
be
And
upset with the company. She likes the product, but it's like, ooh, I know that I've done that before, but this is different. Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah. And then hopping on a call with her to figure out what her next best steps are, because it might be nice to have some sort of maintenance program or smart order set up, but just figure out what's going on.
Thank you.
Mhm. And Shannon, did you have a question too?
I don't think so. I went on I'm on a summit, health summit that I've been watching when I can. And I got on the call, which has just been amazing. They're selling their services and products, but it has been a lot of useful information. So I'll try to share any of that with you guys that I can once I get it together. And then the Michelle, was it Michelle Ritchie that has us following EJ? Is that EG? Is that so I've tried to watch some of that. I've had trouble with it downloading the Zoom calls. But yeah, it's been really uplifting. And of course, he's trying to sell his services, but he's, has anybody else gotten on that?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yeah.
Um, I'm not sure which thread it's coming from, but I'm pretty sure it's Michelle Ritchie. Um, and might be over. I felt like I got a text this morning. I didn't get to look at it because I've been busy, but anyway, it's talking about sales mainly for health coaches, I think, and like living the life of and projecting your monetary you know aspirations. So like the program, if you purchased it, is like $2,200 or something. But if your goal is to make, I don't know, say $3,000 a month, the results that they have with this is a lot of times going to be like making more than that per month with the mindset that they help you get. And everything that he taught was really great to glean. And of course, he wasn't given his best cookies, but and I'll have to find it was Michelle. I don't know, but she just somebody on a thread of ours, one of our Facebook messenger groups, had said, "Hey, I'm doing this. Jump in and you can be a VIP." It was like, I don't know, $22 or something, $67. I don't know, to be a VIP. I didn't do the VIP part, but I did listen to any of that. I tried to listen more than I did, but if I find out more information about it, I'll try to send it to you guys because it is really uplifting. If it's something that you can just go on to that Facebook page and watch the replays, it's definitely probably. I mean, I think it's worth it to listen to it just because of just the same things that like Leslie Zann tells us and things like that. Just that mindset of where are you with money and what your expectations and things like that, and kind of living in the now and projecting into the future and not reliving the past, those kinds of things.
Mhm.
It's direct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. And that's kind of when I did my Tony Robbins coaching, business coaching with him. The main thing I got from it was the RPM, because it puts you in that mindset of the emotionally feeling and attuning to it and the clarity and the guidance. So if you practice that consistently alongside just showing up every day, because really at the end of the day, if you're just showing up, that's the biggest piece. But that mindset piece is huge. So thanks, Shannon. But doing those two things consistently, showing up and working on the mindset, or doing the RPM, getting into that embodiment, that feeling, and the action of it, you're going to get to where you want to go over time.
What were
I
the
think Jenny
questions
should
for the
do.
RPM again?
Yeah, Jenny needs to do it. I vote for Jenny today.
Okay, yeah, if you ladies
Okay.
have time. So you'll just want, let me grab my notebook. I just want a notebook and writing it out. And you start with the center column. So there's 3 columns in total. And that center column is the result / outcome. And the right column is the purpose / why. And the left is MAP, which is your massive action plan. And so, Jenny, we won't do the full one today, but you're going to write down in your result outcome a SMART goal. And a SMART goal is something that's achievable and time designated. So by today, I'm going to get this done, or by Friday, or by this month, I'm going to have this result or outcome. And you want it to be something that you can achieve within that time. And that SMART goal actually takes away anxiety. It actually helps like produce more self-worth. Or if you're like ever like, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to focus on, do one of these RPMs and create that SMART goal. So for instance, it could be, hitting a new K club, or it could be helping your new brand partner to fast start director, or, just different things. And you can have a different daily result outcome or a different weekly or monthly. And then your purpose why is you are actually going to stand up and you're going to take a big step forward and you're going to imagine yourself. It is that date and you have achieved that result outcome. It's done. And you're going to feel in your body how that feels. You're going to feel the emotions. You're going to feel your physiology, like how you're standing, your posture, the sensations that are happening in your body. Because all of those are actually programming our nervous system into that success pattern of that win, of that celebration. You're literally retraining your mind. And then you're going to see what it means to you. So now that you've achieved this goal, what does it mean to you in your life? And who have you become? And I can tell you, anytime I've met a goal in my Purium business, it was about who I was becoming, who the person was that I'm stepping into, the things that I'm letting go and the things that I'm stepping into. The actual transformation is what brings us to our next goal. And then from that like embodied place, you're feeling it mentally and emotionally. You have the thought, the meaning behind it. Then you're going to hop over to the map, the MAP, and you're going to write down 3 to 5 bullet points of how you're going to make that a reality. And those are your action steps, 3 to 5 action steps. And then you're going to put those action steps into your calendar so that you have designated space to achieve them, to do them. And so I invite all of you to do it and walk yourself through, come up with your SMART goal that feels exciting and good for you, and then actually stand up, close your eyes, take a big step forward, step into it as though it's already done, and even speak out loud. You can record it into your phone if you want, but speak out loud the feelings, the sensations, the embodiment, how it feels. Julie's getting into it. And then from that state of inspiration, you're going to write down your action steps. And these are such divine action steps. It's like you have this inner guidance and inner knowledge that knows how to get you there. And that's what comes through in those steps. Yay. Awesome. I already feel excited and uplifted just from talking about it. Yay, ladies. Any other questions or closing words or things that you want to share that you're going for if you want any accountability?
Well, I do have a question.
Yeah.
It's a regenerative health coach question.
Yeah.
That's one of my goals is I want to become one.
Yeah.
Once
It's
I pay
special.
off my other coaching debt. But I have a potential lead who has been having migraine headaches ever since she had COVID.
Hmm.
And she's like, I will try anything.
Mhm.
And of course, my first thought is to get her on Core 4 or do the 30-day. But do you have any other suggestions as a regenerative health coach?
Yeah. See if you can get her on a call with us, like a three-way call.
Okay.
And that
Yeah.
way, because it really, I can't say until I've talked to them and I know what's going on with them.
Okay.
For
Okay.
sure, migraines, getting the gut microbiome is really huge. There could be a hormonal component, there could be a dehydration component, but starting with the 30-day is where I like to start. And on our testimonials page on our team website, Katie Brown shares her migraine story, and she
Okay.
had
And
severe.
where is that again? It's on, you said testimonials.
Yeah, on our team website, the Regenerate Your Health, there's a testimonials tab, and there's one with Katie Brown, and it's labeled, and it talks about her migraine journey and how Purium was her solution after trying everything
Can
else.
you team website? What is that?
Regenerate.
The I Learn?
No, that's the place that you can find it in boards is
Oh,
on
okay.
our Unique Genius um,
Okay.
boards, and then there's a team
Okay.
website tab,
Okay.
and there's a
Okay. Got it.
testimonials link to that.
Perfect. Alrighty.
Yeah,
Thank you. So
And
yeah,
so
I may invite you on a call today because
yeah,
I'm going to check on her today, and I did that thing where I'm like, can I check on you today? And she's like,
yeah.
yes, absolutely. And so okay, well,
Oh, yeah. Just let her know. I'd be happy to chat with her. And those calls are invaluable when you do that three-way call. It's really supportive for her. It's really supportive of you because that's how you get to learn. And then just connecting into that third voice, that third party validation.
okay,
So
okay.
leaning into those connect calls will actually duplicate and expand your business super powerfully. And I'm available.
And maybe even with Zulema tomorrow night, I might even see if I can't grab you. It'll probably be
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're an hour ahead of California, is that right?
Yes,
I'll
exactly.
try to be mindful of that for you. I'll try to get you in quickly then. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll connect with you later on that.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. Yay. Yeah, lean into the power of those calls. They're really amazing. Thanks, Lily.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, go for
So
it.
I'm assuming, but I just want to make sure we're free to share those testimonials like on our social media and everything.
Yes. They were all, yes, consensual
Right.
testimonials. Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks, ladies.
I,
Um,
I, I know I've probably asked this a million times, but I just can't get people to get on calls with. They
uh-huh.
don't want to,
Mhm.
and I don't know if they think we're going to try to just sell them something. I'm not sure why people like, hey, I'm still studying to be a regenerative healthcare professional, so I have somebody that already is. Let's get on call with them. That's And I utilize the regenerative health part.
Mhm.
So I don't know, I
Yeah.
don't know, I've tried different verbiage, and I'm not understanding why people won't. I would jump at that. Like I did. I was like, okay, great.
Yeah. You know, one thing that you could say is, and I know you've tried a lot of different things. Sometimes it's like a internal shift, you know. It doesn't sound like you have any resistance towards it, but always something to explore. And then, because it could be something subtle, just like, oh, they're going to be happy to get on a connect call. It could be that simple of a shift versus like, oh, nobody ever wants to get on a connect call, you know? So try with the mindset shift first and foremost. And then next, it can be as simple as like, hey, my friend Rita is actually available right now, and she's a wealth of information. And I'd love to get you set up with the best support possible. Can I add her in on the call? You know, so it could be kind of in the moment, or even just saying, like, yeah, I'm still learning all of this, and I'd love to set you up for the best success. Can we schedule a 15-minute call to answer your questions? There's no strings attached. Yeah. So between the two
That's
of just like the like, oh, people are gonna love it, people are gonna want to get on a connect call, that internal feeling about it, and um, trying
I
those
think I want
couple.
to just say
Yeah.
one thing too to all of
Yeah.
that is like one thing that Leslie Zan really put across about how Puri meets the moment is that, we are not accustomed, we've for some reason like grown apart from each other, and
Mhm.
doing this business helps us to build community. And I can really feel that happening in my own life. And that's what's going to repair our country is if we can build
Mhm.
community and find out what people want and find out just having that mindset like we're building community again, we're pulling in the resources to help us build community and re-educating ourselves about health. That's what I believe regenerative health is. So just want to
Great.
plug that in as the mindset that just came to me was a download.
That's a beautiful download. And Zach Bush always says, like, he believes the root of dis-ease is disconnection, and the root of health is reconnection. So, reconnecting that community, reconnecting, our gut health, reconnecting to each other, reconnecting to our soil, reconnecting to the plant's intelligence. Like, there's so many things there, Julie. And that could be a really powerful post or widen your reach live, just sharing from your heart in that way, that download.
Yeah, I think part of it is um people they know there's I feel like that they know there's things they could do better, but if they really, really know, then it's in their hand, and it's not like they can fix something, but they don't want to do the work. So they want to keep eating McDonald's and drinking,
Mm-hmm.
monsters. So if they know that 100% that that's like killing them, then I feel like that maybe like, and I've had people just straight tell me like, I don't want to hear it because, just sticking the head in the sand kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to take, I can't remember if it's red pill or blue pill, the matrix, but it's, and there are days where I think, why did I take that pill, but, but
Yes.
yeah,
So,
but I mean, I think just giving them the opportunity to make the choice is great. But I know usually they're coming to me and asking me. So it's really, and I'm assuming that everyone would want that.
mhm.
And I do. So
Yeah, I know.
that's where it like really, like, I don't know where my hiccup is because I just assume that everybody, I'm so innocent in so many ways because I assume everybody wants the best. Like, and being from a sales position for, over 20 years of my life, I wasn't a salesperson because I assume everybody wants the best, and all I'm doing is giving them information to make their own decision, and I'll be glad to give them my input.
Mhm.
But it's not my decision. So that's where it's like I
Mhm.
feel like I'm doing all those things, and it's just a matter of waiting. I know it'll
Mhm.
come.
Mhm. In that sense, it is also a numbers game of finding the people that are ready, right? Because timing is everything. So maybe they're not ready now. And maybe if they were open to getting on a call, we're really just listening and holding, it's like therapy. We're just holding space for them on that call. So where their fears can come up to the surface and we can address them and help them find a workaround that's a good fit for them. So even if it's a little baby step, that they are ready for, that's really powerful too. So it is for sure meeting people where they're at, and then also sending out that prayer and intention that the people who are praying for this now are going to come to you, are coming to you, in abundance.
I'm gonna hop off the call and do some priming and make some phone calls.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks,
Priming.
ladies. I love you all so much. Priming,
Thank
so
you.
fun.
So nice to meet you, Jenny. Good to see you again, Shannon. We're all
Yeah.
here to support everybody. Keep
Yes.
keep letting us know of your wins. Keep posting, and I'm open for interviews anytime you want. So thanks.
Great.
Yeah,
Thanks.
me too. I love it.
Me too.
Likewise.
Anywhere I can share my voice more.
Jenny has a really powerful story, by the way, ladies. So yeah,
Ooh, okay,
yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I've
great.
done an interview with her. She's amazing.
Oh, okay, good to know. Okay, I'll be next. Okay, I'm just gonna do some priming here.
Okay. Love
Love
you.
y'all. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.